Good morning. You've missed out. You didn't come along to see this fantastic resurgence and renewal of my wood splitting activity. I was going to say prowess, but that seemed a bit over the top. Not a single yellow jacket have I seen or been stung by, especially. That's my second load of wood for this morning. First load is loaded up, and you can tell by the darker ends. That's where the new layer is. Some of this birch is cantankerously argumentative. It does not want to split because it has knots and branches and gnarls and whorls. W-H-O-R-L. A whorl. Inside, so you don't know it. The thing looks perfectly straight and compliant. I have prepared a new splitting stump. Do you think this thing is ready for being replaced? This is the one I just replaced in, well, June or, yeah, I think it was June. Caleb helped me. I did not realize it was as rotten as it is. It is popple. No, it's not, it's birch. But it was a partially rotten one. So I have prepared a new candidate. And that is new wood brought over from Chuck's again in June or July. And it is about 6 inches taller. And that's going to go in here tomorrow morning. I'm done in for the day. I would have brought you along to watch all of this earlier today, but I was not in the mood for bringing this camera out and setting it on the ground. I mean, that was beyond my morning ability. Another gopher mound overnight. And I see that the gopher mound's appearing in the front yard. It began with 2 little ones over there. Yeah. And yet another little one with the hole next to it. Oh, look at that. But these appeared 2 days ago. No big deal. That appeared about the same size as these. And now I see this morning, holy cripe. So that has to go away. I got to empty the wheelbarrow tomorrow. And before I get into splitting any wood, I'm going to have to shovel these out of here. She's barking at the blind again. I'm sure enjoying these red maples. And this is the new one I brought out of the woods to replace the one that died. Isn't that lovely with dew? And the fact that it's changing these into seasonal reds tells me, but what do I know? It tells me that, that it must be flourishing. For all I know, we got a bear coming up behind me, and she's desperately trying to tell me, no, it's not the deer blind I'm barking at. I'm barking at that grizzly bear that ran over here from Yellowstone during the night, and it's about to attack you. It's 10 feet behind you. Well, I hope that doesn't happen again like it did 3 years ago. And this little oak, who knows? But this maple is doing beautifully, festively decked out for late September. And this one, my favorite. Look at that. Wonderful color. Yeah. My babies. Gonna be a carbon copy weather day of yesterday. 84. And then tomorrow brings us rain, hopefully. I've looked at the Rain chance, it looks to be up around 40% for tomorrow and Friday. Keep it coming. Ladybugs have not, oh God, I was reviewing the ladybugs have not resumed for the day yet. It's too cool or too early, but I was looking at the video I took on Sunday when I got home after being gone for 2 days. Oh my God, I was shocked watching the video at how severe the infestation was. And out the windows, swarming, flying by, not to mention walking on the window outside. Yeah, inside, Jesus. Well, you get stepped on when you rush the door like that. 82 degrees today. I have finally good reason to shout with joy. I do believe I have found the source of where the ladybugs are getting into the house. The west door. And I've been waiting to find some clue, as you know, I guess. Studying and studying and studying. And where do you start? You know, there just seems like there are so many potential access points. But I pretty much had ruled out around the windows. The screens themselves fit very tightly. There's just a tiny, maybe a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. There's no way a ladybug could get through there. So I eliminated that. It's got to be around the doors. I have my blue 3M painter's masking tape ready to go. I mean, that stuff really holds. This could be it. I could be thrilled. I will be anyway. I was just looking at film from June, and this stand of hazelnut was all green, bushed out. I didn't realize that it looked like that. You know, you see it like this, you think, well, that's the way it's been all summer. Is anybody out there getting as sick of clickbait as I am? I've got my phone set to receive notifications, and I thought it was set for the notifications like if we got a severe thunderstorm warning or something that I want to know. It's important. And these notifications light up my lock screen. I mean, it wakes the phone up so I can see what dire news I'm being notified of. Upper Midwest in a scorcher. Well, I hadn't been aware of that. A high of 82 is not exactly, in my book, a scorcher or scorching. So of course, I opened it up, and really that's all it was. It's going to be warmer than normal for this time of year. Oh, well, yeah, okay. And YouTube is probably one of the worst offenders. And how much of this am I receiving because I have a YouTube channel? Probably all of it, 90% of it. I'm the sort of mind that when you get a notification that you are not wanting, that I will be determined not to watch that wonderful episode that somebody just published and YouTube has sent my way. Don't get me wrong, that's a cliche. I'm sorry for perpetrating it. I like YouTube. You all know that. I get a lot of enjoyment and education from YouTube. There is so much valuable stuff, and it's not typical internet junk. Well, some of it is. I look to see who has published it, who has created it. And there's an organization known as Timeline for documentaries. And these are television quality. And they're usually 50 minutes, and they're valid. But when you get a guy whose channel name is Frozen Mustache, well, you want to hesitate and give that some smell test. Sorry for the flickering. I watched yesterday's GoPro footage that I made, and oh Jesus, it's like a strobe light when I'm walking with the sun behind me and the trees and the leaves flicker, 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 making me sick. I have always been charmed in my photographic life in falling leaves. In fact, I've got a video I created 4 years ago on my channel called A Season in Motion. Okay. Little bastards. It's not the place. It's the worst possible place he, she, it, they could have built on those damn stones. Oh. That one's inside. That one's inside. Those two are inside. It just goes on and on and on. Let's go for a walk. My axe. My lovely heavy axe. I'm going along this morning with it. It's a new handle. Well, it was a new one. Beginning of the season. Going along and something felt loose. I looked at the top there and the wedges had come out, or the wedge. I don't remember how many were in there, but it was still, the head was on, but I can't use it. I'm not going to use it if the wedges are out. And it's just empty in here, waiting for an accident. And this is a really good, heavy axe. So I used some wooden shims. They're pine and not oak or hickory. Jesus, God almighty. This is like out of a horror movie, you know? Okay. Oh, don't forget the axe. Come on, Suki. She is reticent to come down here, but I thought for sure if she knew we were going for a walk to the mailbox, that she would follow. Okay. Oops. All right. I'm determined to forget this. My friend, I hadn't really thought about this axe and its heft until now, when I've been actively holding it, getting it wedged again. This is probably the worst I've seen for ladybugs. A few minutes ago in the house, I was at the front door and one came, woo, big wind. Their wings really kick up the wind. He flew away. That reaction was a little bit exaggerated, but not over the top. It is a very still day, wind-wise. It's sort of curious how we go from all of the noise in May into June. Birds, frogs, all of background noises of the natural world that begin over a week or two, symphony warming up, and then it's just there constantly for weeks. And I'm aware of it, but there's a lot of times that I'm out and I'm not thinking about it. It's just, it has become the norm. And then one day you wake up, not literally, well, you wake up every day, and you become conscious of there but not being any birds, any sounds. It has been a adversity-filled, stressful summer. Let me count the ways. There were no mosquitoes to complain about. That's the one lacking element. If I want to complain, I'm having to miss out on mosquitoes. But from the lousy air quality for a long time, the heat, the drought, now the gophers, ladybugs. I feel like I'm missing something, but the yellow jackets. That was a major factor for a couple of months where I couldn't, they took over the wood cutting area and I couldn't work out there. I'm ready for a hard freeze, fall and winter. Finally be done with some of these torments. I haven't looked at the photos and video that I took this morning on our first light walk down the driveway, but I sure do remember the quality of the light, goldenness, and the maple and the driveway was a very even light. I like that. And then that stand of reddish underbrush alongside the driveway, along with the purple asters in the foreground. I did that a few days ago, but it was even more sensational this morning. Remember just an hour ago, I tamped that all down. Now it's 3 times bigger. And they aren't nocturnal only. They are working during the daytime when Those good people are taking naps.